we did a survey in 2006. Is about the incidence is in every 1,000 cases is about 18, and then in 2012, 2016, there's one study showed that it's about now 28.39. So in Qatar, when you give a message, it's just a message to the kids, sometimes it's very difficult to accept that message. So we create a healthy park games. So this games is, we create two dolls, Salim and Sarah, and families living with type diabetes can also participate in that one. So the purpose of these games, the initial education for type 1 diabetes mellitus is important to prevent late complication. However, type 1 children with diabetes have not appreciated traditional learning methods since they rarely contain the elements of fun and interactivity. So we, with this study, we developed and implemented and evaluate the edutainment tool for the children with type 1. So the method that we did, so we have 3 games: the healthy park, the slides, and the ladders, and one card game matchup. The game was diagnosed to provide essential information about food, exercise, and insulin. A total of about 46 testers, that means children, evaluated the degree of entertainment, usability, and clinical usefulness of the games. So the material and the methods that we use in the game, just give you before, when we look to the research and the research about the games using for the education of children, there is maybe 3 or 4, one in Japan, another in the United States, and most of them is focusing on the online games or electronic games. There is no physical games that give the children to play with. So the game health work was launched by Qatar Diabetes Association, Qatar Foundation, to support children and families with diabetes, based on in the blush companies Salim, companions Salim and Sarah, who have been accompany the games, provide education and awarenesses of this various lifestyle children and their families, and encourage them to embrace it. So the health park, this game could be played by 2 to 6 players. Salim and Sarah and their friends are having a race to teach the end of the path, the starting block on the board, and also we put a big board, a wooden board, so they can play it not only in the small one, in the big one. So when that we use it in our camp, the players agree on the one to throw the dice first. Before the player makes a move, she picks a card from the pile and hands it to the player opposite to him to ask him her the question on the card. If she answered correctly, the correct answer is written on the bottom of the card. The player gets to move the number of the steps that was indicated on the dice. If the answer is not right, she stays in the same spot until his or her next turn. The player who asks the question will share the correct answer with the rest of the group. Then the winner is the person who reached the end of this, the end first. So this is the 3 games. This is why we call it the cards with the games. So then the other one that I said, slice and ladders. This is very famous one that we use. We call الثعبان والسلم, which is the same one. So The game could be played by 2 or 4 groups, and the person starts with the rolling the dice. The player takes her marker and moves the number of the step down to the dice. If you get, for example, he threw the dice, he gets 4, so he will start 1, 2, 3, 4. If the dice had on a slide that needs to move towards the lower block, if dice land on a ladder that have to go upwards to higher block. The slides are linked to unhealthy behavior for people with type 1 diabetes. For example, he put it and he'll go to the number 5 where that says that you are not checking your blood glucose, so you have to go back. From that one, there will be the snakes will get him down to the first step. Slides are linked to the unhealthy behavior for people with type 1 diabetes, children, and lasers show healthy behaviors. If, for example, he threw the slides, the dice, and he get 5, and then he move where he can go to there's a ladder where that's mean, for example, he eat healthy food. So he will climb that ladder up to the number that he shows in the slide. Then the matchup, this game is this child knowledge of food groups and food that affects blood sugar. It contains about 80 cards, 64 food cards, and 60 group of change the cards. So there is a color in that card. So milk, dairy products, and alternatives is the blue. Fruit is red. Vegetable is green. Fish, poultry, meat, and is pink. No, it's not pink. Legume is pink is blue, and the fat is yellow. Cereal and starchy vegetable is pink. If the same group change card includes 8 cards that allow the player to change to one specific food group and other 8 that give the option to choose among 4 different food groups, some of the food cards have a small glucometers on the right of the corner. So the glucometer indicates that his food affects his blood sugar. This game, the Balkan game, could be played by 20 to 4 players. One of the players is chosen to be the dealer. The dealer gives each player 7 cards, passing down so you cannot see the other player's card. The remaining cards will be placed on the central pile and then also face down. The dealer turns over the top and card of the pile and places in the discard pile. The first player, the youngest of the table, looks at his or her cards and see whether he or she has a card that belongs to the same food group that they discard. So if she does not have a matching card, she can either use a group change card, she would change the card, and can pick up a card from the central pile. Then the turn moves to the next player. The player who has used up all his or her cards first is the winner. That means she gives good answers. All this, actually, all these games is supervised by one of our health educator to show him exactly how they play. This is the healthy card park. We give every kids who is participate in our camp, the Al-Bawasel camp. I remember there is one kids from Egypt. They came to our participate in our camp. We give him that. But so let me show you. So it's
169. You are 8.
So in our study, to evaluate that game to the kids, we ask him about 5 questions. How having fun with this game, and then ask him, want to play the game again? The game is too long. Recommended the game to the diabetes friend. Recommended the game to non-diabetes friends, and then we give him the answer: strongly agree, somewhat disagree, or strongly agree. And then that's what we result from that entertainment, the questions, and this is what we get it from this is the percentage, and most of them they strongly agree. It's about the question 75%, and then 20 and 58 and 61, and this is just give the diagram of that. The usability also we asked them, so they said very easy to use. And then this is the interested for education approach. We get very good result for that. Strongly agree about 70%. The evaluation generally most for that the game are fun. Actually, that's fun. And when the two play again, the question number 2. Okay, usability is both of them. They are very recognize the games, and handling of the games was strongly forward and intuitive. The clinical usefulness, about 70% showed interested in approach of this healthcare. About 76 strongly agreed. The results, this is the results about this, what we get it. And then this is the discussions about the study. We have done these 3 different. The evaluation showed that these games provide a fun entertainment with learning. All these games are easy to use and initiative. In our conclusion that our games were accepted to be an interesting edutainment tool for type 1 diabetes who need initial education. This is the pictures of our kids. Thank you very much for your listening.